Hello everyone, welcome back to another Purity series. It's so nice to have you again. My name is Adebe Grace Mercy, and I trust that you've been blessed so far by the grace of God. So last week we talked about guard your heart jealously for how to proceed to the issues of life, where I shared the testimony of how I allowed the situation at that present time to define who I was. No, that's not who you are. What you're facing presently is not the definition of who you are. You can only get the definition of who you are when you study the scripture. That's why you have to guard your heart jealously. So this week, like I said, that this month is going to be a story sharing month. So this week I'd like to share a story, but before then I'd like to go to the scriptures. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 18. The Bible says that give thanks, for this is the will of God. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God. So Bible admonishes us that we should give thanks in everything, in every situation, in everything you find yourself, in every situation, everywhere you find yourself, just give thanks to God. Okay, so this is the story for this week. So I remember when I was still an undergraduate in school, so my pastor, he selected some of us. We just established a new parish, and then he selected some of us to go and drop off some welfare materials for them. So we took his car, and then the car was good when we were going, so only for us to get to the front of the church. Right in front of the church, I was hearing the choir minister. I was also in the choir department. I was hearing the minister, and just right in front of the church, the brake failed. The man could not park the car, and that was how we struggled. We kept on, turning left, turning right. The car kept on going, and it was not stopping just right in front of the church till God gave him the wisdom to now hit, he just hit the fence of the person's house, and that was how the car stopped. Right in that particular moment, right in that situation, when the car was turning, it was as though every hope was lost. As though we're looking at the church, and this was happening. So the story, the lesson I want to drive out from this story is that you actually need to give thanks to God in everything. You must not wait for situations to happen for you to give thanks to God. When I entered the church that day, they came to our house, they brought us out of the car, and then we entered the church. The choir was ministering. It was as though I had not heard that song before in my life. The song, it had another meaning. Like, the meaning was different from the way. It was so meaningful to me. The song made so many sense. That was why I knew that you must actually not wait for some situations to happen before you give thanks. Give thanks as though God has done a lot. Yes, you sleep and you wake up, give thanks. Yes, you have so many needs that you want God to meet. Give thanks, because if God opens our eyes to see the things that He is doing for us at the background, oh my goodness, we would give thanks at every moment, at every second. Instead of complaining, instead of mumbling, instead of murmuring, just give thanks to God. Yes, when I entered the church that day, I knew the meaning of thanksgiving was redefined in my heart. I had to give thanks much more than ever before. So please don't wait for situations, don't wait for testimonies to even give thanks to God. Yes, your daily life, the Bible says that He's not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that shows mercies. His mercies are new every morning. A person who has a purified heart give thanks to God, because the purity cannot happen without God imputing holiness in the heart of a person. So you give thanks to God because God has chosen you to become a purified vessel unto Him. So please give thanks to God. Thank you so much for watching the series this week. Do well to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to always give thanks to God. Don't wait for a big testimony before you give thanks to God. Right where you are now, give thanks to God. Thank you so much. God bless you.